All right, guys, we're here at Kroger, and I'm gonna show you my 10 top bulking foods. Let's get to it. So our first go-to bulking food is gonna be chicken thighs. These are super high in protein. Also, I personally think they taste a lot better than chicken breasts, and they have a little bit more fat in them, so you get more calories, same amount of protein as chicken breasts, but I highly recommend those. Another great source of protein when you're bulking is some ground beef. There are a lot of different options. There's ground turkey, that's like 99.1, but ground beef, I go with 90-10. It has plenty of fat in there. It is, let's see, 200 calories a serving and 22 grams of protein, so very high in protein, but gets that calorie count up without changing too much. Go with the fattier beef and you get a little more calories. Alrighty, another great protein source, considered a gold standard in protein, is gonna be eggs. Really, there are a lot of varieties. There's like cage-free, free range. I think the classic just white egg from Kroger is your cheapest option and has very similar amino acid compositions, which is basically why it's the gold standard of a protein. It has all the amino acids necessary for building muscle in that protein. Also, I wrote down some other things about it just so you guys have. But yeah, it has a little extra calories being the whole egg versus egg whites. A lot of people will substitute out whole eggs for egg whites when they cut, but I think when you're bulking, go ahead, add the whole egg in there. The yolk has a lot of vitamins and minerals, also mostly fat, and yeah, brings the calories up. So as you guys have seen in some of my full days of eating, I'll have sometimes 4 or 5 eggs in the morning. Right now, I will say I'm not eating eggs just because, like, I'll be honest, I was sick and tired of them. I had them for like 4 or 5 months straight, 4 or 5 every morning. And I'm kind of off right now, but I actually had them the other day, so they're slowly coming back into my diet, but definitely a great source of protein and also plenty of calories. Also, an easy way to increase the calories of any meal is to go ahead and use some butter when you're cooking. A lot of times I'll recommend like a non-stick cooking spray, but if you want to up the calories, also make it taste a lot better, butter is fantastic. This is like a natural butter. This is one I get. This is like what, Kerrygold pure Irish butter. This is kind of my go-to, but obviously they have plenty of varieties. But adding some butter and oils into your meals is a great way to bump the calories up and also make them taste better. So highly recommend adding butters and oils into your meal. It's busy as hell in here. Another kind of main group of foods that I like to have in my bulk is dairy. Obviously, if you're lactose intolerant, probably limit it. But as a person who's not, I can add this, whether it's cheese, chocolate milk, Greek yogurts, cottage cheese. I highly recommend adding all of those. They're high in calories and also high in protein. Fairlife chocolate milk, this is one of the go-tos. It is 140 calories a cup, and then, let's see, 13 grams of protein. It's an easy way to get some very tasty liquid calories into your diet. So chocolate milk, but also add cheese, any sort of whole milk, and yeah, pretty much any dairy product is pretty high in protein, high in calories.
There is a call waiting for the meat department on 1, 2.
If you get that reference, you're an OG, I love you. But yeah, so we are in... I've never had the intercom used so much at a grocery store, but it is what it is. Another great carb source is gonna be some cereals. So actually, funny enough, one of my favorites is the Frosted Mini Wheats. That's one of my favorites, as well as Honey Bunches of Oats, which is right here. So those are 2 of my personal go-tos, but they're pretty much a great carb source. Yes, they probably have a little bit more added sugar, but as long as you keep it to a minimum, you're not having an entire box a day, you're fine. But yeah, this is
There is a call waiting for the meat department on 102.
Yeah, a great carb source, plenty of calories, like let's say 1 serving of this, 1 cup, 160 grams. Also throw this in some chocolate milk. Oh my gosh. It tastes absolutely delicious. It feels like you're cheating, but you're getting your calories and your protein in, which is fantastic. So highly recommend getting some cereals into your diet as an easy way to get more carbs and calories. Probably my current favorite carb source right now is pasta, pretty much any form. I actually recently just switched. What was I using? I was using a lot of penne, and I just switched over to these. Where are they? I don't know, they're somewhere up here, but pretty much any form of pasta is a great carb source. So I think most servings are about 200 calories. Yeah, 200 calories for half a cup dry, comes out to be 42 grams of carbs, as well as about 7 grams of protein. So got some protein in there, healthy carbs, and I think they taste really good. So if you're looking to add some more carbs into your diet, I highly recommend pastas. You can do pasta and meat sauce, you can add chicken Alfredo. There are a lot of varieties you can do, but pasta is definitely a great carb source when you're bulking. As far as carb sources go, rice is pretty much the king. I think every full day of eating I think I've ever done, and most people will do, have rice in them at some point. I highly recommend these kind of like minute rices that are super easy to cook. It's just 5 minutes. You just gotta boil some water, add the rice, or my personal favorite, the Uncle Ben's Ready Rice. This stuff is the bomb. It is a little bit more expensive than actually making your own rice in a rice cooker, but I think convenience just makes the price completely doable. These things are, let's see, about 400 calories a pop, 80 grams of carbs. So very easy carb source to get down. I highly recommend rice. And a lot of people think that rice is for like cutting, when in fact I think it's more so for bulking. It actually has a lot of calories for the volume that you get. So highly recommend adding rice to your diet as a great carb source. I have it almost every day. Another great fat source is gonna be our peanut butter. So I would say any nuts or any nut butter. So if you like almond butter, almonds, pistachios, any sort of nut or nut butter, but peanut butter is kind of like the go-to, very high in calories. And this actually peanut butter, let's see. This is pretty much just peanuts, a little bit of sugar and then some salt. So I know they make kind of like the all natural peanut butter as well. It's just peanuts and salt. So this does have a little sugar in it, but not too big of a deal. Highly recommend if you need some calories, add some peanut butter into a shake, onto a rice cake, onto bread, toast, whatever it is, peanut butter, and even honey as well. Great carb source, throw in your shakes, that kind of stuff. But yeah, peanut butter, any sort of nut or nut butter will increase the calories. Also, it's a pretty healthy way to do it as far as like being whole foods, nuts, that kind of thing.
Elf, your favorite Christmas movie?
Elf, oh, 100%.
That's Jan's favorite.
It's the best, it's so funny.
I love it, I just can't watch it 10 times for Christmas season like she does.
Yeah, I watch it at least 10 times. Yeah, if you haven't seen Elf, best Christmas movie out there, watch it. Home Alone's also fantastic, I will say, but Elf is just like, has a special place in my heart. But trust me, I'll be watching all the Christmas movies when they come out. But another great protein source, obviously we have our eggs, our fatty beef, and our chicken thighs, but protein bars, protein shakes, ready to drink protein shakes.
There is a call waiting for the floral department on 102.
Yeah, protein bars, protein shakes. Obviously, Transparent Labs, as you can see right here, is the go-to. Use code Perez, saves you 10%. But yeah, any sort of protein bar, ready to drink shakes are fantastic. I highly recommend getting those into your diet to not only increase your protein intake, but also have something easy and quick and convenient. Instead of having to cook up your chicken or your beef or your eggs, you can have a little on-the-go protein bar. But yeah, also, I mean, they make protein chips now, they make protein cookies. I mean, they put protein in absolutely everything. So if you can't get your protein source in, that's just your problem. You gotta eat more, and highly recommend getting some protein sources like this. But yeah, pretty much that's gonna wrap up today's video. Just wanna go over the 10 bulking foods. Obviously, there's a lot more science behind things, like why you should have more red meat in your diet, eggs, all that kind of stuff. But I'm personally no scientist. I didn't want to make this like a super long video. Just want to go over the 10 foods that I've been adding into my personal diet on my bulk and what I recommend you guys can add in. But yeah, we'll wrap it up here. But it is actually Black Friday when this video goes live. I have a quick Black Friday sale for coaching. I'm offering 8 months of coaching for the price of 6. Just one quick little thing for you guys, but I do only have 4 spots open. So it's kind of first come, first serve, but I just want to let you guys know that that is currently going on. But yeah, without further ado, we'll go ahead and end the video here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. See you guys next time. Peace.